Zachary Fruhling, aka Cozy Azeroth here. I am working my way through an old TI Basic programming book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer by Len Turner. I'm up to program number 100, the penultimate program in this book. This one is called Draw Bar Graphs, very similar to program number 99, which was a color bar graph generator. This is actually refers to drawing bar graphs on the screen in an interesting way. I'm going to read the brief program description, get into TI Basic and the classic 99 emulator, which emulates a TI-99 4A in a modern PC. Type the program in, run it, see what we can learn from it, and see what we can make it do. Excuse me. Okay, program number 100, Draw Bar Graphs. Drawing graphs on the video screen are a popular form of communication today. This program establishes a bar graph on the computer display. We have selected the business-like example shown here to demonstrate how you go about setting up a bar graph on the TV screen. Okay, after a run, the computer awaits your press of any key to do another. Okay, let's get into TI Basic. Press any key to begin, press 1 for TI Basic, and let's get typing. Okay, 10, call clear. Clears the screen. 20, define a custom character, call char. 128, and I'm pretty sure that's 16 Fs, yep, just a solid block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 30. Input, 1978 profits. And let's get the spacing exactly as written in the book, just like one space, and we're going to call that A. 40. If A is greater than 23, then 30. 50, input 1979 profits. And we're going to call that B. 60. If B is greater than 23, then 50. 70. Input 1980 profits. And we're going to call that C, I believe, yep. 80. I know there's a pattern here, but I'm just checking at every turn. I only want to type this in once. If C is greater than 23, then 70. 90. 1981 profits. Input 1981 profits. We're going to call that D. 100. If D is greater than 23, then 90. 110, input 1982 profits. And we're going to call that, oops, excuse me, there we go, typo. Call that E. 120. If E is greater than 23, then 110. 130, call clear. 140, print, tab, 11, and semicolon, quote, profits. End quote. 150 print and 160 print. 170 print 1978. 1978 space quote, and then we have semicolon. 180 for L equals 1 to A. 190. Print CHR string 128 and semicolon. This is how we're starting to build our bar graph for the first value, the 1978 profits. 200, next L. 210, print, 220, print. 230, print 1979. And semicolon. 240 for L equals 1 to B. 250, print CHR string 128, and I believe we have a semicolon there as well. Yes, semicolon. Make sure that each time we print through that loop, it's printing on the same line. That's how we're building our bar graph, just out of squares. 260, next L. 270, print, 280, print. 290, print 1980. Excuse me, quotes, 1980, space, end quote, semicolon. 300 for L equals 1 to C. 310. Let's see, this is our print statement here. Yep. Print CHR string 128, semicolon. 320, next L. 330, print. 340, print. 350, print 1981. Space, semicolon. 360 for L equals 1 to D. Oops, L equals, typos, 1, there we go. L equals 1 to D. 370 for our print statement again. Print CHR string of 128, semicolon. 380, next L. 390, print, 400, print. 410, print 1982. Space, end quote, semicolon. 420 for L equals 1 to E. 430, here's our print statement again. Print CHR string of character number 128, semicolon, building our bar graph for the last bar. 440, next L. 450, print. 460, call key 0, Z, X. 470. If X equals 0, then 460. This is just going to keep us in an infinite loop until we hit a key press. 480, go to 10. Okay, let's clear the screen, list out the program. Now we're looking for any typos, syntax errors, math errors, anything of the sort, and just because we don't see anything doesn't mean there isn't anything wrong with this program, but you know, I was pretty careful in typing it in, so I don't anticipate any problems, but we'll run it and see how we did. Okay, 1978 profits. This is from 0 to 23, so this would be, 23, 0 to 23,000, 0 to 23 million, whatever. Let's say, how about 8? 1979 profits. 17. 13. 1981 profits. Through the roof. 20. 1982 profits. Let's call it 5. Let's say we had a bit of a loss. There we go. All right, there you go. That's a pretty little bar graph. Not very colorful, but quite functional and practical. Let's do another one. You know, it seems to work exactly as intended. It looks very pretty. 1978 profits. Let's say, what happens if we hit 24? Yep, see, it doesn't like that. It's got to be from 0 to 23. So let's just start out with 23. It accepted that. 1979 profits. 19. Let's say 21. 22. 82 profits. Let's say 17. High profits. It's amazing how you can lie with bar graphs, right? High profits all the way across the screen. Exactly. How to lie with charts. I think there's a book called How to Lie with Statistics. How to use this program to lie with statistics. All right, let's do one more. So 1970. Let's do smaller bar graphs this time. So 3, 5, 7, 6, and 9. There you go. Kind of fun. Let's do one more. And if we do fractional numbers, 15.5, what's this? We'll do 15.5 and 15.0. Those should round differently, I believe. 16.5, 16.0, and 17.5. I might just truncate it. Let's see here. 15.0, 15.9, 16.0, 16.9. Oops, I made a mistake there, 16.9. There we go. Yeah, it looks like it's just truncating, not rounding. Well, there we go. In any case, let's do one more. Get a pretty one to end on a high note here. So let's do 18, let's do 15, let's do 22, let's do 13, and let's do 23. All right, there you go. Profits. That was program number 100, the penultimate program in this book, 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer. I'll post a link to the book down in the description below if you're curious to check out this old programming book. If you happen to be watching this after the fact on my YouTube channel, be sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. You can find it under my real name, Zachary Fruhling, or under my Twitch channel, Twitch handle, Cozy Azeroth, which is a little tip of the hat and a nod to my favorite modern game, World of Warcraft. On my channel, you can find lots of TI-99 4A content, retro programming, retro gaming, retro computing, lots of World of Warcraft live streaming, and miscellaneous educational videos on a wide variety of topics of interest to me, both professionally and personally. And if you happen to be watching this live on Twitch, same thing, be sure to check out my YouTube channel for all the above, and if you catch me streaming live on Twitch, say hi in the chat and feel free to participate in any way you see fit. In any case, whichever platform you're on, please check me out on the other platform, and I appreciate the enthusiasm and any likes and follows and especially subscriptions, which do help me out greatly in these challenging and troubling financial times. Thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next video, which is the last video in this series from 101 Programming Tips and Tricks for the Texas Instruments TI-99 4A home computer by Len Turner. Thanks very much. Catch you in the last video for this series.